In this video, we're going to decide if the LEGO Star Wars Rogue One U-Wing set number 75155 is worth the money. Let's find out. Hey everybody, welcome to Hobby Bricks. My name is Chris, and as I said in the intro, we're going to decide here if this LEGO Star Wars U-Wing set number 75155 retails for $79.99 and is 659 pieces, and it's for ages 8 to 14, is any good. Obviously this is Force Friday week if you're watching it. What's today, August 27th? That's the day I'm recording this. This should be posted sometime during the week of Force Friday. This set came out last year for Force Friday, so I thought, well, I'd make a video of it even though I bought the set over a year ago, or almost a year ago. So we'll get into it. We'll take a look at the 5 minifigures, and then we'll take a look at the U-Wing itself, and then we'll come to a conclusion if it's any good. So let's find out. So here's our 5 minifigures. We have Cassian Andor, we have the U-Wing pilot, we have Jyn Erso in the middle, we have Bistain, and we have a Rebel Trooper. All of these which are exclusive to this set. Rogue One has now been out for almost a year, and I don't know if we'll ever get any more Rogue One sets. As far as these versions of these characters, they're all exclusive. Not one of them is in any other set. You can get a Jyn Erso and a Cassian Andor in the Scarif set, but they're different. They're completely different characters. You know, their costumes and their torsos and their printing is all different. So, from that standpoint, these are great minifigures. I loved them when I got them, and I still love them. We have really nice detail work on them, and since this is a new Star Wars movie, completely different from the trilogies. You know, it was the fill-in, it was a standalone. We don't know any idea who these characters were. So we have with Cassian. So with Cassian here, we have a nice printing on him. The U-Wing pilot, I really like. I really appreciate his helmet. Jyn has some cool weapons. Bistain is a weird figure to get because in the movie you only see him for like maybe 10 seconds, if that. They showed him in the trailer, but in the movie he's got, you know, he's got one kind of funny scene and then he dies. And then the Rebel Trooper has no real, you know, he's got no name. But they do have some really nice work on all of them. Bistain has got a cool head. It's not a minifigure head. It's a, as you can see, it is a specially molded head for this set, or for this character, rather. The U-Wing pilot here, he has some nice detail work on his helmet. I believe these guys were Blue Squadron. I believe you can see his torso. Really nice work on him. Comes with a gun. He does have, there's his first face. There's his second face, sort of like, oh crap, we're crashing look. Here's Cassian, and as you can see, he's got some really nice detailing work on him. I quite like this minifigure a lot. I really like the character. I don't know if you can tell real well in the video, but that blaster is not the black blaster. It's more of a gunmetal blaster, which is nice. I kind of like the little grin he's got on his face. So that's a really nice minifigure. Okay, so here's our Jyn. You can see how she has the cape all around her. That's hair that's put into the helmet, which is really nice detail. You can take the hat off. See, she got no hair. There's her second face. The hair here is put into the helmet. which is a nice little bit of work there. Underneath, this is Jin's torso. Nice little bit of work there. There's her back. Again, no dual molding on her, but a really nice minifigure, and it's the only way to get Jin. Here's our Bistain, and like I said, you only see him in the movie for a minute, but he's got a really nice minifigure made for him. You can see how the head is not a minifigure head; it's specially made strictly for him. Torso is really nicely done. So that's Bistain. And our last one here is our Rebel Trooper, who has some nice work, a lot of really nice work there on his torso, all the magazine pouches he's got on him. He does have the little blaster rifle. Really nice helmet. That's actually a unique helmet. I don't really recognize that from too many other Rebel Troopers that we get in any battle packs or anything. So it's a really nice helmet. Then on the back, he's got some nice printing here on the back. And I believe he's only got one face. Yeah, he's only got one face. I hadn't taken the helmet off. I hadn't taken his helmet off in a year, so I couldn't remember if he had a second face or not. Okay, so here is our U-Wing. And this, obviously, the only time we've ever seen this was in this movie. And most of them crashed or were blown up. I don't know why they never used them again in Star Wars lore. There's probably a reason behind it, but right this second, I don't really remember why they don't use the U-Wings in A New Hope or anything to that effect. But this is a great build. It's really nice. I like most of the aspects of this ship. It actually was much bigger than I thought it was going to be. Cockpit, obviously up here, just in spot for one pilot, has a printed piece for the console. Do have some stickers on the ship. We have two blasters, which we have the two missiles that launch, which they did, again, a nice job of hiding the missiles. You can't see them. We have 4 engines here in the back. Then here on the side, we have 2 opening doors for our minifigures to sit in. We have some stud shooters. Got one there. And we have one there for our crew to man. So you have Bistain and you can have the Rebel Trooper in that. Jin and Cassian would be down on Scarif. However, in the movie, they're not in this during that scene. They're in the U-Wing when Jedha blows up, but they don't ever get back in the U-Wing again. So I guess Lego can only go with the information that they had at the time, so we couldn't know that they weren't actually going to be in this. The only complaint I will say about this is that in the movie, the cockpit was more along the lines of kind of like the Millennium Falcon. You could have 2 co-pilots or 2 pilots, and obviously there was a little bit of a crew bay that you could sit in, and then there was this part down here. So from that standpoint, you've only got the one pilot seat. You don't really have a spot for a co-pilot. And if you were going to try to reenact the scene from Jedha, you can't have Cassian and Jen sitting together. Other than that, that's my only real complaint. We do have the way you shoot our 2 missiles here with the buttons. Okay, you can just shoot them out. They shoot pretty hard. Now, this is in what I would call non-hyperspace flight mode. When you want to get into like light speed and you need to get going in a hurry and not kind of like strafing modes or you're not dropping the troopers, all you don't have any buttons to push, but you do is your wings engage back like so. And now you have one big long wingspan on your U-wing. It's quite large. The wingspan is, I'm gonna say, from tip to tip, going along the back of the it's got to be almost 2 feet, I would think. But it's a really imposing look. I personally think so. I think it's a great ship. I mean, there's some things that they had limitations on, or I guess Lucasfilm couldn't tell them completely all the details about it. But they lock back into position like so, and then when you're done, when you're coming in for a strafing run, your wings engage back, and now you're ready to rock and drop off the troops. Okay, guys, so in conclusion, is this set worth the money? Yeah, I would have to agree that it's definitely worth the money. You get a unique ship, basically an exclusive ship, and 5 exclusive minifigures for $80, and you get 659 pieces. Granted, the piece count might be a little low, but you do have some somewhat larger pieces included with the set. Nothing too big. I mean, the engine covers are a little bit big. You do get a couple of longer pieces in here. You get the big underneath clear, like bombing run piece, but otherwise, this one to me is kind of a toss-up. I would say it's a B for sure, but if it's all exclusive, so I mean, from that standpoint, do you call it an A? It's kind of hard. I think if you look back at it, I mean, it's been a year since I've had it, and you look back at it, maybe a couple more years from now, I think this is probably an A. If you're a Star Wars junkie or a Star Wars aficionado and you collect the sets and you want the unique things, it's the only one they've got. Maybe the only one they ever will have. And you get 5 exclusive minifigures. So I'd call it an A. Alright guys, well, there you go. There's my impressions. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. What you think of the set. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Did you like building it? I mean, everybody's got their own opinions on how things are built and how things should go together. And, I'm curious to know what you guys think. So let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. And if you like the channel in general, please consider subscribing and do all the YouTube things that you do and share them and everything. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.